Okay, this is the lesson, our last lesson for Arts Alive this year. It is a painting that is done with a spatula or a paint spreader, and it is based off of Leonid Afremov, who does his paintings with a paint spatula. And ours is going to be a sweet treat or a goodie of some kind. And I'm going to go through all the materials and how you are going to assemble and distribute them for your classes. Everything in room 403, all the supplies are going to come pre-grouped or sorted for you to be able to grab a group of 30 or so for your class to bring down, and then other things also will be pre-grouped, and then you can assemble it and distribute it while you're down there. So there's going to be enough where every two students will share a tray of supplies. And so on every tray, first there needs to be two of these cardstock squares. This is what they'll do their painting on. For grades kindergarten through second, there will be pre-cut little tinfoil cupcake holders. They will need two of those on each tray. Grades third through fifth will be able to cut out their own tinfoil holders, so they can cut out either a bowl or a plate, or maybe even a parfait glass or a cupcake holder, but they will get two tinfoil squares. And so third through fifth will also need two scissors on their tray, but kid scissors, obviously. On the tray, you'll need to give them two spatulas. It doesn't matter. They're going to be slightly different shapes and sizes, but all of them work equally good for what we're doing, so it will not matter which one they get. You'll need to fill a little Dixie cup with some sprinkles, not too many, but just some. Make sure they understand we don't eat these. These are going to have glue and paint and all kinds of yuck on them, and so they do not go in our mouth, only in our artwork. And then every tray for every two students, they'll need a muffin pan with the paint and the glue. You'll see a big jug of glue that you can bring down. Fill one little compartment of the glue, just maybe 2 tablespoons worth. You don't need that much. And then you'll need 5 bottles of paint. You'll need the 3 primary colors and then white and brown. Now I am going to mix and fill more than just one group of these bottles. So they'll definitely be a group of 5 that will be filled and ready to go, because I'll come in periodically and also refill them up and mix them. And so the primary colors on the bottle, it will say paint with glue for the background. The primary colors, the blue, red, and yellow, they are mixed with glue so that it makes the paint more spreadable for your spatula. And these 3 colors are going to be the ones that they use first for their background, for their wall, and their table. And then the other 2, which is the white and the brown, that's going to be for the goodie itself, for the cake or the ice cream or the icing. On those bottles, it's going to say paint with glue and flour, goodie and icing. So that way we just know that for future reference, that these do not have regular just paint in them. And these 2 are more like puffy paint, and that is why they're going second. But that will be explained in the demo better. And so when you are done, when they're completely finished with their painting, these are not going to be hung up. You can just ask your teacher where would be a good spot to let them dry. They'll probably need about just 24 hours to dry, and then they can decide when they want to bring them home. And then if you could just make sure that the all the paint spatulas are cleaned off good, and grouped back together. And then with the pan, any remaining paint, there is going to be one of these really big spatulas. This one will not be out for the kids. It's the only one that truly is different and wouldn't work good for them. But just whatever paint is left, just go ahead and clear it out, kind of dump it out into the trash can, and take a paper towel and kind of wipe down each one. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as there's no liquid in them and they can be restacked for the next group to use. They're not going to save well in between lessons, so we'll just, have to try to measure it out as good as we can as we go, as to not be wasteful. And then also there will be a group of about 30 placemats too, that each student can have a placemat. Okay, so that looks like it's it, and good luck.